Sebastian, welcome, man.
Mhm.
I'm super excited to get into the podcast today.
Yep.
Before we jump in, though, can you kind of share like a little bit about yourself and what it is that you are passionate about, that you love to do?
Well, man, you're asking a big thing. I can't share a little bit. I'm passionate about everything. Brother,
Absolutely.
this morning I got out and make my own decisions. I have freedom. And so I'm going to be passionate about everything. But first of all, a little bit about myself. I'm 55, Vietnamese, Chinese, married 29 years, 4 kids, 3 boys, 25, 24, 22, and a girl 14. So that's my true passion. Man, I am telling you, what a gift from God. They haven't always been, though. I'm not saying what you order, but she hasn't always been a gift to me, if you know what I'm saying. But those really are my passion. My other passion outside of that is really being what was missing for me, making disciples. And man, my life, at 55, I feel like I'm just starting to live maturity, wisdom, and all that.
Yeah.
And I love it. I just got off an amazing call this morning. Every coaching call just gives me life. And I get paid for this. I get lift. It's crazy.
You get to live this life.
It's crazy. And then my other passion, which is, kind of I wouldn't say it's a distraction, but it's a break from my relational passion, my family, and the guys I mentor and disciple, is pickleball.
Pickleball.
Oh my God. I have to confess with you guys and confess a sin right now. I'm scheduled for 2 hours every day this week, but we have a tournament coming up. So I'm justifying why I played 4 hours the other day. And yesterday I go, well, tournament's coming up. It's going to be a long day. You got to get your body in shape. I'm lying to myself. I'm just fine rationalizing and end up playing 6 hours. Holy crap. They looked at me. They said, Sebastian, you have a family, right? I think you need to get home. They literally kicked me out of the pickleball, told me to get home. It's been 6 hours, bro. You need to go home.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my, I haven't been this addicted in a long time.
Yeah.
I love it.
You're making it happen.
Oh my boys. This weekend we're having a tournament. We're gonna podium.
Yeah.
I don't care. It's Colorado amateur state tournament. So we qualify here. We get to go to the next tournament for the state.
So this is a real deal.
Oh
you're
man,
you're not playing pickup anymore.
This is part of my declaration for the year that I was gonna play in a tournament at this level.
That's
this
awesome.
level, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, tell me a little bit. Okay, so your story is unlike, just anybody's story, right? A Chinese mafia boss.
Yeah.
I just want to jump in. I want to hear it.
You're almost insulting it because you didn't realize I started off in the Mexican mafia.
Did you?
I did.
Really?
I'm serious.
Oh my God.
I'll tell you. I'll start off with that. All right. Let me give you the high level, real fast overview. Then you dive and tear it apart. Okay. So if someone's watching, they had 30 seconds or 60 seconds. I'm giving you that high level. Then we'll get into the deep nitty-gritty stuff. So I was born in Vietnam, came to America when I was 5. So I was born in 75. We got here during the war and all that. American stepfather. And then my parents got divorced and she went to Kansas and I went with my mom. But before they got divorced, I learned something. I was in Hayes, Kansas. You know where that is, right?
Yep,
because
Hayes.
you're white.
Yeah.
All white people know where. Anybody else not white, it's never been there. I'm telling you. And it's German Catholic when I grew up, right? It was like 85% Catholic when I grew up there.
Yeah.
Now it's down to 65. Just went to a funeral there. The priest updated us, right? So, but it's important to know that culture. And I was going to St. Mary's Elementary School, and the kids had this game and said, "Come on, Sebastian, we're out to play." And they made this horseshoe around me, semicircle around me. I'm looking like, nobody's on my team. What's going on? And they pulled their eyes back, started calling me a chink and making all these noises. Sound like, what the F is going on? I was just a little kid in elementary. All I knew they were saying is, you're not like me. And they were pointing it out there and pulling back their eyes, calling me these names. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I just knew me against them. And that was my theme for a long time, me against the world.
Yeah.
And my parents got divorced, didn't have a dad really raise me and stuff. And what the kids taught me was, you're not like us. As soon as we got to Dallas, I saw this other person, and I thought the kids in Hayes, Kansas was making fun of me because they had a better tan than me, right? I mean, I had better tan than them. That's what I thought. But it was, and I got to Dallas, I saw this guy had a better tan than me. I was like, oh, son of a biscuit. I said other things back then, but son of a biscuit, this kid has a tan, right? Then I saw this other guy with the ultimate tan. I said, holy crap. I've never seen a black person in my life.
Wow.
That's how.
Yeah, I mean, it's
isolated I
Kansas
was.
too.
Yeah.
Like,
And then I get there and I saw a black man. And I said, whoa, he has a great tan, like the best tan, but he's too big and too strong. You know, everybody I saw now was just comparing to me. I was pulling them apart, finding something wrong with them because the kids found something wrong with me. And so that journey led me down. My mom's single mom, worked 3 jobs a day. Me, my sister, my mom. And we're living in the low income area, food stamps back then. You guys don't know what that is, but I mean, literally, pick it, you tear off a book and you go pay like dollars, fake dollars, like toy money. But we lived in this Latino community, all Mexicans, barely speak English if anybody could. But my best friends were Mexican. And we're sitting there one day, and Uncle goes, my friend's dad goes, hey, you guys take this brown paper bag over there, so-and-so house. We're like, all right. He goes, but you can't open it, okay? We're like, cool. And you do it, and you don't open it, and you come back, we'll give you $5. I said, you just say $5? We used to pick up bottle caps for like 10 cents, 15 cents, quarter max, right?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah,
$5.
yeah.
Holy crap, we're rich.
That's good money.
We're going to get 2 sodas in each hand, get all this candy, just pig out and just die from sugar high, right?
Yeah.
Well, we went and did that, came back out, and we got high on candy and all that, and we came back, we're out of money now. Asked Uncle again, hey, do you have any more brown bags? Do you need that? I mean, I want more candy, right?
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, we do. Then now we're getting on bicycles, taking further runs.
Yeah.
And now we know what's inside.
Yeah.
You know, we're growing up into this.
Yeah.
And then one day I'm sitting there, and literally, they brought like 2 giant duffel bags, throw them on the table. They're opening up as marijuana, and they're taking it out, starting up and doing this. And I'm sitting there watching with like, this is the most amazing thing in my life. What is going on? I didn't know what drugs were. I didn't know. I just saw it's intense. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Like, this is business. This is serious.
Yeah.
And I watch him. I go, hey, Uncle, what if you did this and this instead? I'm in elementary, I think in 5th grade at that time.
Yeah.
And they said, Chino, you think you do my business better than me? I go, I'm not offended. Sorry, Uncle. I was just asking. My brain was just clicking, right? God gave me this natural thing, seeing scaling and process. And he goes, here, 5th grade, gives me a bag of weed, a quarter bag. You go sell this in 1 week. You got 1 week to sell it. You come back, I'll sell you more. Hell no, I did it in 3 days. 3 days. He gave me more. And me and his son, and we just started running the road. But that's how I started off in the Mexican Mafia.
Man.
But it's not like TV and all this stuff you see. It's family.
Yeah.
It was community.
Yeah.
It's what we were in. And I didn't have to get jumped in all that bull crap.
Right.
I just slid in by doing what? Hey, he asked a favor. I did it. Then like I said, hey, I like that favor.
Factor.
The availability
Yeah.
and the willingness. I didn't have to know. See, I think the things the entrepreneurs today, they really screw up is they think I have to know everything. No. Do you have the willingness? And it will reveal itself to you as you go. The mechanics, what to do, how to, it reveals itself. But first, do you have the commitment? I give you all the mechanics. You won't do it. There's enough to do. Our new daddy, YouTube, he'll tell you what to do everything. Then how come everybody's not super successful? They don't have the will. They don't have the clear intentions of the results they want to produce.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. So question for you here. What did power and success mean to you then? And how does it compare to what you value now?
So power and success then and now are truly night and day. So power and success back then was having the ability to control anybody. That was power. Oh my gosh, it's a drug. It is a drug. So I'll give you an example. Now, you know, I was in the Mexican Mafia. Then all of a sudden my family says, my mom says, hey, by the way, your brother's coming to America. I'm in junior high now. I go, my brother? I have a brother? He goes, yeah. I didn't want to tell you in case he died on the way here in America. I'm like, son of a bitch. Think about this. I have an older brother. I felt like abandoned my whole life. My mom's working 3 jobs. My sister's older than me. She got her. I'm this boy just running around trying to figure out life. And also, I got an older brother. I go, why didn't you tell me? Well, in case he died, no, but he's coming.
Little culture shock, huh?
Super. They came, and now it's just my brother, my uncles and aunts, like 12 people come, and they look like hell. They've been, I didn't know, of course, this is hindsight. They were on a beach. They were living on a beach. They were, I forgot what that's called, but they're assimilating to America, right? Refugee camp.
Oh, okay.
And then they're going to come to America. Well, all the paperwork went through. My mom paid for them. They came to America, and they look like hell. They black. And what I learned from the white people, the darker you are, the less you're liked. That's not my people, right? I'm like, but part of it's like, hell yeah, it's my people. I grew up all white people. There's Asians now. My heart's like, you belong. You're not a mistake. You're a part of something. And I'm like, yes, but I'm like, oh no, you ugly. You're like, you dark, you have fro, your hair, like you need a haircut. They're wearing pants. Back then we call them high water because you're poor. You get hand-me-downs and your pants didn't fit your legs and they go high. Now it's back in trend 50 years later, mother, daughter. You know what I mean? They pay for it to be that short. Back then we got hand-me-downs that are short. I was rejecting my brother. Long story short, power is this. They got a point where now there's like 15 Vietnamese guys my age there going to high school. They like to steal stuff. The Mexican like stuff. Cars that go boom, tires, rims, radio. But the Mexicans had drugs. Vietnamese love the drugs. And I'm like, I got this. You know how powerful it is for an 8th grader telling high school students, listen, I'm in 8th grade junior high. Telling people in high school. They came and messed with the Vietnamese. The Mexicans went and got in a fight with them. Usually with the Cowboys. This is in Texas. Somebody came mess with the Mexicans, the Vietnamese would go fight them. Dude, that is power. When you can control people like that, because you're giving them a transaction, I'm giving them drugs, or I'm giving them car radios or whatever, or guns, selling them that.
Meeting a need.
They are just eating up, and I have power. 8th grade.
Yeah.
Bro, I was high on power. I was drugged. So your question is, what was power like? To me, that was power, controlling people. Now, power is totally different. Power is serving people. I am so high. When I'm off a coaching call, I feel like I live my purpose in life. I'm empowering people. But the way I empower people is not no cheesy Christian bullshit.
Right.
I'll just tell you now.
Yeah, I know.
My interview call this morning, a client, he has a Christian background. I met him at a Christian business meeting thing. I go, bro, I'm not a traditional Christian. Okay, I'm going to tell you up front. I set the frame for him. I said, I don't bullshit, and I told him, blah, blah. By the end call, he said, that's exactly what I'm needing. The authenticity, that freedom that you have, Sebastian. And I go, because I played the religious game. I had to. I had to learn it. All of us do. Richard Rohr says best, it's 2 halves of life. I had to live that first half to appreciate my second half. So I don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. I celebrate it. But I don't have to be bound by religiosity.
Come on.
I get to be authentically me. I give people a reason to reject me, then have a reason to accept me. And the way I feel power now is I empower people. And here it is, the secret. Ready? Here's how I empower people and gives me life and purpose. I give people reason to reject me. Then I've given them reason to accept me. Just be authentically me. I've given people reason to reject me. Or they can accept me. It's their choice. I had another call this week earlier to this a potential client. And he goes, so at the end of the call, I said, so what are you hearing for yourself? He goes, first, you scare the hell out of me. That's his exact words. I said, good. Because you need a little fear in your life because he's the biggest kahuna in his life. And that's the problem. He's getting bored. Right? And so
the most dangerous man is
a bored man. The most dangerous man on this planet is a bored man because he will destroy what he created thinking he could recreate it because he's bored versus creating something new. But the truth is he cannot recreate it. When he created that, he was at a younger age, different resources, different motivation drive. And most of the time, his back was against the wall, financially, relationally. And now he got all the finance relationship. He's doing great. He's just bored as hell. Get out of his comfort zone, go next level. So he thinks he could destroy his marriage. A little porn, a little flirting with women. No, he can't rebuild that once he does that. He thinks he can ignore his work, but it's gradually and then suddenly his company will fall. People will cheat and steal from him. People are just getting lazy. There's no standards. There's no frame. Then he's going to try to rebuild it. They'll walk away on him because they like the guy who didn't pay attention and they get show up work, do nothing.
Oof. That brings me to another question. You say this is like your phrase, right? Your word is your life. Your word is your life. Where did that principle come from?
So I just recently rebranded. It was Heroes on Fire. Now Mafia Mindset. And the branding company that branded me, or same one that branded Cadone and Megan, the one that does this 5, and some other really, so they're a great branding company. And that guy just had to look at me in the eyes and he's like, stop bullshitting around. I was like, oh, damn, bro. I talk to people like that. Not many people talk to me, right? He says, you can redeem the Mafia mindset and let people live with power. because the way you say it is not the way the world sees it.
Mm.
Power, Mafia said. So your words, your life came from when I was in prison and in the Mafia. See, the difference here, I know how to do business. You know why? I'm not going to say something to you I'm not going to deliver because in the Mafia, you literally die for that. And I thought, and after I got out of prison and all that, I became a Christian. I say, how can the Mafia have a higher standard than Christians? Christian standard will say that, you know, but no. The phone call I had this morning, interview call. They're calling me for an interview 3 minutes late. I said, interesting. 3 minutes late. Let me tell you how integrity works. I broke down integrity for him. Then I said, listen, if I was your employee, you always show up even 3 minutes late. Guess what I think? You don't have enough power to show up on time. How can I trust you?
Attack the leadership.
And I just cascaded it down to his personal life, his family, professional life, and said 3 minutes shows something that you don't give a shit. You don't respect me. So next time we have a meeting, I'm coming 5 minutes late because I know you're going to be 3 minutes late. And he was like, holy crap. How can Mafia have a higher standard if your word is your life than Christians? And here's the biggest part. So let me frame this for you. Here's where it really came from. When we have sit-down meetings, we sit eye to eye like you and I are, and we're saying, hey, when things aren't working, we have to have a sit-down. Or if things are working, we sit down. But we're always looking each other in the eye because that's the only thing you tell us truthful. Body language, all that. If you say you're going to come to a meeting and you're going to be here at 5 o'clock and you don't show up in an FBI-rated place, you knocked us out.
You're the rat.
Your word is your life. You weren't there, so you're dead. I don't care if you got caught up in traffic. I don't care if you were the hooker. I don't care if you're going to collect my money from the docks. You weren't there, and we got raided.
Yeah.
That's where the word you like, because we can't trust you in the Mafia. It's weird. It's complex, but we can't trust you of your word. I mean, look how high that honor is, that standard.
Yeah.
Christians, you're at 30 minutes. Oh, I give you grace. Excuse me. Fuck you. You're enabling them to stay small, have no power, be out of integrity. We enable people to break their words instead of hold them high and give them honor their word. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. And it causes, look at the marriage. Yeah. Our marriage rate is no different than secular Christian and secular.
Take it a step further. Society just as a whole.
Yeah. We have no other standard. Why would anybody want to stay married? If you look at the Christians, we have the same, and we're supposed to have this God who empowers us because we lost honoring our word. If you tell your wife you're going to be home at 5, you have to honor your word. You know? And if you're going to be late, then you renegotiate word. Acknowledge, hey, I acknowledge I'm late. I'm committed to being on time next time.
Yeah.
No, they don't give a crap what you acknowledge. Oh, come on, forgive me. Working on. I use that forever as a pastor. But guess what? Donna got tired of it. She didn't wait for me for dinner anymore. She didn't make sure the kids were. She just didn't have it. She didn't care. If I showed up, I showed up. But she never prepared for me because I was so out of integrity. I was such a liar with my word. And I justified I'm doing the things for the church. I'm pastoring. I had a last minute client come in. Well, you have a family stayed there, not last minute. They're waiting for me.
Yeah.
I had no idea to honor my word. I was full of shit.
Yeah. I mean, how many of us struggle with that? I mean, I would say that everybody struggles with that to an extent. Yeah. And we let that dishonor run our life rather than the honor in our life. And it's terrible.
It's funny. You make me think of this this Bible conversation I start saying now. It's verses, scripture, and all that. Like, shut up. It's like just one little section so holy. The whole thing is it's a conversation with God, right? Yeah. But there's a conversation. The Bible says, if God has forgiven us for everything, will we abuse grace? Do we go on and continue to sin and this and that and everything? No, I got grace. I'm not going to sleep with a prostitute anymore. I'm not going to steal from work anymore. I'm not going to cheat on my books. I'm a good. But you can't even honor your word. And you say, oh, just give me grace. Or we give each other grace. Are we not abusing that principle? We're full of shit.
What do they call it? Greasy grace?
Greasy grace? Yeah, grease. I've never heard that. It's a white thing, huh?
You're crazy.
I am crazy. Hey, we just play pickleball, and I always love this because there's not many Asians here in Colorado Springs, right? And once in a while, I'll get a partner that's Asian, and I'll say, "All right," and I say it loud. You know me. Asians versus Caucasians. Everybody's looking around like, what the hell, dude? This guy just say that?
No boundaries with
No,
Sebastian.
no. Because you know what? If you can't make fun of it and laugh at it, then it owns you.
Yeah.
I'm silly. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
So
let me
good.
just summarize real quick. Power in the old way was control people. And I was like, I loved it. It feels good.
Yeah.
No, don't anybody tell you it's not, they're a liar.
Yeah.
Look at this whole system, this whole world. In the Mafia mindset coaching, we have a path of power, path to power, part of it every week that you do to have power. Power runs this world. You only need so much money. People don't understand this. You only need so much money. Once you get that much money, the only thing you're after now is power. You're not after financial stability. You're not after status. You're after power. And that's when everything goes to hell.
It's beyond the influencer.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's gone. Being an influencer is a part of power.
Yeah.
You want to influence people.
Yeah.
You want to get there. You want people to say your name, accolades, and all that.
Right.
And then that gets you on that slippery slope. Gradually and suddenly, you take that power, and the power then owns you. Because now you can't get rid of it. You're in positions you've never been before. And people don't understand that.
Yeah.
When you're in positions that you've never been in before and that you have to use your power, you can't even use it for good anymore. You have to use it for bad because that's what got you there.
Yeah.
You just did one thing. You just tweaked one thing, tweaked another. By the time you have to use it over here, you can't do it for good because you've tweaked it so much and you bent it. That's what the devil does, bends the truth. You bent it so much that you're living in a lie. And you got to support that lie or you have no power left.
The other is searing your conscience.
Exactly. At the very end, you just seared your conscience.
Yeah.
You justified it and rationalized it.
Torched. You're done for the good at that point. So I want to go a little bit deeper into this story though, because I know the power of this story. So life in the Mafia.
Yep.
Set the scene for me there. Like, obviously it's power. What you're talking about, it's control. You know, your reputation is everything. You know, you're surviving. Right? You're doing whatever it takes to be the boss.
That's right.
Yeah. So set that up for me. Go deeper in that. Tell me a little bit more. What was that like for you?
So I'm going to give you a whole different perspective. Okay. I just came back. Now listen, it's not right or wrong. It's not good or bad. It's the standard in this culture. I just came back from a Christian business conference. One of the best ones out there. 2,000 business owners there. And this business conference, it's great. It's helping all those people learn how to do their business, make a lot of money. So in my world, we do faith, fitness, family, finance, and fun. It's covering finance. And maybe a little bit of fun, maybe, but mainly finance. So it's missing 4 other categories for me. Their faith is their spiritual connection that gives them a purpose. They know why they're here on this planet. Connection to God, that they're living to be a contributor to this world, gives them purpose. Second, and in this order, faith, then fitness, self-love and self-care, mental health, emotional health, how they fill up their cup every day. So a lot of Christians go, why isn't family next? Where's your kids and wife? I go, shut up. Because here's why. They're listening to bullshit. You cannot take care of your family when you don't take care of yourself. Love others, you love yourself. If I love you and I'm not sleeping, I'm not having good health, I'm full of shit, right? Then my love for you is pseudo, it's fake, it's fabricated. It's induced, it's obligated, I have to. It's the older son and the prodigal son. If you're taking care of yourself, the prodigal son who left then came back because he realized his father's way is better because he's filling up his cup. He's going to fill up his cup the father's way. Then now I get to love you. And that love flows, overflows. Faith, fitness, self-love, and self-care. Love others as much as you love yourself. Faith, fitness, family, then relationship. All relationship, not just your biological. Who you hire, put on your team, under your payroll, you're adopting in your family. They have the keys to your house. People don't think that, oh, my biological family. No, you spend most of the time, sometimes more of your work family than them. Then it's your community that you put around you. the people go to church with a small group, play softball, sports, pickleball, whatever. That becomes your family, right? Faith, fitness, family, then finance. Finance is just a vehicle that supports your faith or your purpose. Finance is nothing. It's not how much you have net worth. It's a vehicle. Remember we're in high school? Someone donates a car, 3 wheels. We're like, woo! Got your friends hold the other axle. You guys are running around together, right? Then you get out of high school, you go to college, and you kind of had a car. You didn't have a car, but it worked at least. Yeah. Then you graduate. Damn, got a new car because you got a job now, right? Yeah. And then that car became old because now you got married and you had kids. You got to get a minivan. It's faith, your finance is just the vehicle that supports your faith, your purpose for that season. Your net worth changes because most people I know, the older they get, the less they chase money. Now they're chasing time, right? Because they're losing it. Yep. And the finance just got to support them to have time. No longer they're just trying to grow their net worth anymore, right? Yeah. It's the vehicle for the season. Yeah. Then finally, fun. So let's put faith, fitness, family, finance in the metaphor. They're tires of a car. How you live life. When all 4 tires are aired up, boy, you going having fun, right? But tires not aired up, say faith isn't aired up, you're driving all 3 tires that you've been putting a lot of energy and investment into, but that faith you haven't. So you're driving, but not so well. If you have 2 tires, you'll get there, but it'll take you a long time and not very comfortable, right? If you have 3 tires flat, forget it. Just kick the tires, shoot the 4th tire. Just forget it. You're not going anywhere. But if you have all 4 tires aired up, and you're flying down the highway. Now drop the top, feel the air, and have fun, the 5th one. And I think a lot of people don't have fun. And in that word fun is the word gratitude. They don't have gratitude for life. Bro, I'm not kidding you. Okay, I'm going to be very vulnerable. Yeah. I'm 55. When I pee, I am amazed. I just had this thought, and pee's coming out. This is freaking powerful. Watch this. You ready? Stop. It stopped. That's so. Listen, when you're 55, to make your pee stop is amazing because sometimes when I think I stopped, it doesn't stop.
It keeps going, huh?
I was like, son of a biscuit, I gotta go change my pants. It's crazy. But just think, when you have gratitude, even the littlest thing is taking a pee. You know what I mean? It's so amazing. I wake up, my body hurts like hell from pickleball, but I'm alive. It feels good. Yeah. I got purpose today. I feel alive.
Well, and
gratitude.
It reframes your thinking, too.
Oh, 100%.
Like it sets the atmosphere for the rest of the day. When you wake up and you realize the breath that is in your lungs and you're grateful for that. Yep. Because some people died. Yeah. They didn't wake up. Yep. We get breath. Yeah. We get to live this day.
2 weeks ago, I buried my 43-year-old cousin. 43. How does a 43 die? I mean, that's a reminder. It's a reminder of life. Enjoy it. We're not promised tomorrow. We're given today. Live it to the fullest.
So touch on that a little bit, the present time.
Okay.
Go a little bit deeper there too. What does it look like to take time seriously and hold it and use it here and now? Because, everybody will say, oh, I'll do that later. I'll do that tomorrow,
Yeah, we have a phrase we call it the art of tie. Take action immediately. Or is it take immediate action? I forgot because one doesn't spell right. We're trying to get a fancy phrase, but the art of tie, like Tai Chi, it's just kind of sexy, Asian, damn racist people branding me. But the art of tie is basically taking T-I-A?
T-A-I.
T-A-I. The art of tie. Take action immediately. Yeah. Anytime you say, I'll do that later, there's no intentionality. There's no commitment. Now, I don't want to say this publicly, so it's just between you and me and the people listening. But my wife is the worst at this. And I told her, babe, do you not hear anything I teach people? You're in the training room with me. You hear me coach people. Do you not understand the art of time? And here's how it affects. And I'll give you a very serious how it affects. Like my kids would say when they're younger, Mom, can you take me to the store, get this? Yeah, we'll go later. We'll go later, right? There's no buy when. They don't do it. They'll all come, Dad, I needed this last week for school. Mom's never taken us this, that. And I have to go do it. But it deteriorates trust. It's not that she wasn't intentionally not going to do it. By her not taking immediate action, other distractions came. And she forgot. Most people, that's them.
Yeah.
until you have a vision bigger in your circumstance, you don't take action immediately. Your vision has to be so big that the circumstances doesn't matter. Your vision is so big. In fact, you'll be out of integrity a lot because you're living a big game and you've never been here before. You have to have a vision bigger in your circumstances to have presence now, to be in urgency now, and take action immediately, because that action helps you hit your target. And that's what we said earlier. The most dangerous man is a bored man. When you are bored, you don't have a target.
Right.
You're just living out the circumstance of your life. There's no vision bigger in your circumstance. So your circumstance becomes your vision. The shit you're in becomes your vision. The drama you're in becomes your vision. Versus saying, this is my vision, and saying no to all these things that are not going to get you towards your vision. And so you want to be present. You want to feel alive now. Get a vision so freaking big, you crap in your pants every day, literally.
Yeah.
You know, because in that gap, that's where God is.
Yeah.
That's where experiencing God to the next level is. In your comfort zone, you don't need God. You are God. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
So if you want to be present right now, feel the emotions and the passion, authenticity, every breath you're taking now, and have gratitude, you have to have a vision so big it scares the hell out of you.
Yeah.
We call it unrealistic target.
Yeah.
Why is it unrealistic? Because in your brain, you don't think it is. But here's the funny part. That how can several other people in this universe be able to do it if it's unrealistic? It's just unrealistic to you because your little brain and your fear and your lack of experience in life says it's not possible. But that's exactly what we need to be attacking. Whatever you think is impossible, that's it. That's your gift. Make it happen. And I'm going to be very honest and transparent with you. Uriah, before we came on here, I had a coaching call client this morning, a potential client. He said, done. We're going, moving forward. He said, when God's moving and answers my prayer, I can't say no. I'm going to chase it, right? Let's go. And for me, that's all bullshit and talk until what happens? Cash in the bank. So I verified it. Money went through the bank. So now I celebrate with him. You know what I mean? Because I used to always celebrate before it's all false bullshit stuff. And we have a thing called spiritual attack and all that happened. And I share that with you because he said he's ready for a vision bigger in his circumstance. And I came alive with him. I'm celebrating with him. We're living a life that's worthy of the death of Jesus Christ. Come on. Come on. We're not just living in our circumstance. And we're going to get a vision right now. We had a conversation on phone. Some of the things I offered him sounds like almost impossible to him right now. Me being on the outside is like, why couldn't you? Why not? Well, because he has to work some of this shit that got on him for him to see the future. He has to get rid of some of those anchors. Guilt and shame and mistakes he made. And so I gave him this phrase and he said, is it really that simple? Now listen, he's been a Christian all his life. He's a Christian leader in a Christian community, Christian leader in Christian business org. I mean, he's too Christian for me. You know, I'm full of shit. But here's what I told him. He said, can it really be that easy? He has to get rid of some of the limiting beliefs, some of the mistakes, some of the guilt and shame he's had that will give him that, be able to cast that vision, that unrealistic target. I said, our journey here on this earth, if you want to level up, you got to mess up what's working for you. Because in that mess up, what levels you up is a cleanup. And everybody's afraid to mess up because I might look bad. People might judge me. I said, screw those people. They're not going to pull up in the U-Haul when your family moves. Whoever you think's judging you, they're judging you because they're insecure about themselves, but you're giving them power. Those people don't mean shit to you. They're not going to do anything for you. When the U-Haul pulls up, who comes with you? Nobody but your family. Hopefully your family comes. Not these days. I talked to a guy yesterday, $18 million he's splitting with his ex-wife. They're in a divorce right now. But she wants to hurt him so bad, she doesn't give a shit about the money. She's taking the kids. She wants him to have no child custody. He goes, I'll give you all 18 million. Just give me custody of my kids. Half custody. See, whoever we're afraid of, they're not going to pull up when his U-Haul comes up. And if he's lucky to have his kids half time, none of those people he worries about him will come with him. So why are we giving our power away? Why are we giving our power away? For us to level up, we have to mess up. And to level up, it's a cleanup. It's a perseverance. Oh, I got to tell you this. This is so funny. So I was telling this guy who happens to be a Christian. And it's big for me because I have this thought about Christians are cheap, this and that. Because I grew up as a pastor, as a missionary,
Yeah.
and you know, the organizational church that pay us like shit and all that stuff. And so I have this lie that I believed into up until now. And all my quote unquote non-Christian clients, they pay like hand over fist because they know it's going to get them results. The Christians went, oh my God, up until now, right? I had this guy, and I was telling him the same thing. You got to mess up, clean it up, then you level up. They go, it's that easy? Yes, it's about forgiveness and all that, right? And I said, here's what people want to hear. In the Bible, you've heard this. Perseverance builds character. Character gives you hope. I said, here's what they don't really tell you, because that's part of it. That's what the devil does, only give you part of it. You want the whole truth? Suffering. Suffering. Listen to me, my friend. Suffering, eating shit. It feels like you're eating shit in your marriage. You're suffering. Then you have to persevere. And in that persevering, because married 29 years, you don't think it's always been great? Hell, I felt like I was eating shit every day for a while. Suffering, perseverance, then character. When you have that character, then you have hope. The guy says, can we do this without the suffering? He was a smartass. I hope he's a client. He has make up his mind. But if he's a client, I'd love him because he's a smartass. And I love it. Because he's being honest though. It's like, can't I just get there without the suffering? No, you have to have the suffering, brother. But it could be that easy. And here, let me give you the context now. The guy I had a conversation with today. Here's the context. Ready? You have to mess up to level up. And to level up, it's a cleanup. He goes, you sure it's that easy? I said, let me ask you a question. What we're talking about right now, the mistake you made, the fuck up. Did you ask God for forgiveness? He goes, yes. I go, good. Now go ask him right now. Hey, remember the other day when I asked you for forgiveness for that? You know what he's going to tell you? Don't know what you're talking about. And the guy, you should have seen it. It hit him. I go, because what happens when you confess your sins? He goes as far as the what? And he finished my sentence. East is to the west. So when you ask God, hey, remember where I screwed up? He's going, don't know what you're talking about, bro. So why are you still remembering it? Either you receive the forgiveness and live life to the fullest right now with gratitude and passion and build the future you're committed to. Or you stay stuck in your history and make it all about you and not God's power, because he already forgave you. You're just wanting the rewards. Listen to me. The rewards of the shame and guilt, the empathy and sympathy, the stuckness. Those are all rewards you get. So you don't have to be present with your family right now, present with your business, present with your children. And you don't have to build a future. You can stay stuck in the past and you get blame circumstances, justify and rationalize. And the devil won. And I told him, it's that simple. It's really that simple. But if you don't fuck up, you can't clean up, you can't level up. And the reason I say that word so disgusting boldly, because so it feels like it's not just messing up. I just fucked up my whole life. Fucked up my business. I remember one time when I was learning how to trade. I think all pastors go through this. I learned how to day trade. Dude, I was killing it. I was killing it. I got greedy. I didn't listen to my guy, my mentor. We're in Bali. We're in fucking Bali at a trading retreat. There was only 25 of us with him because we were the highest paying one. We're making the most money. We're all trading live. He trading live from there. We're watching him. Either we go in with him. It's all of our choice, right? Our machine. With this one trade, we're killing it. But we said, once you make X amount of percentage, you pull out. Don't get greedy. Not my ass. Guess what I did? I was up a lot of money. I doubled or tripled down. I mean, I went. First time I ever lost. One push of a button. Remember, this is 20 years ago. It was a lot for me back then. One push of a button, over $100,000, said goodbye. I saw it get taken out in like 3 seconds after I push it down. You know, churn it, drop. And when falling knife falls, you don't catch it. But I didn't tell my wife. She was there with me in Bali. We're in the trading room, come out. That's the first time my whole life I never slept all night. Not because I was afraid someone's going to kill me and all this in the Mafia time. This is after being a Christian. Because I fucked up. See, when I say that, men that understand me, they didn't mess up. They didn't forget to file their taxes. No, they had an affair. They cheated. They did a business deal that they can't go back and tell their wife about because they know it stressed the crap out of her.
They took C4 and blew up their life, man.
They blew up their life. But you know what? If we don't blow up our life, what's working for us right now, we can't level up, go to the next level of life God has for us. And that journey of cleaning up, that perseverance, that suffering, perseverance, care, that's what lets us level up, experience more life and have a life to the fullest.
Right.
But so I want to encourage you and everybody listening that you have to blow it up. Now, you can do it intentionally, like mess up your comfort zone, get out of your comfort zone, or you can do it reactively because you're bored and you really fucked it up. I'd rather do it intentionally. Get out of my comfort zone, get an unrealistic target bigger than my circumstance, suffer, persevere, character, and have hope. It's a journey.
Yeah.
It's a journey.
Yeah. Dude, Sebastian, it's so good, man. I want to keep going for sure. So there's this lie that we bought into. What is that?
What lie?
The
There's
lie.
a lot.
Yeah.
Dude, bro. Listen, we just had live training. Danny and I, Danny's been my mentee for the last 7 years. We just talked about it, 7 years. He just did his first live training. I was there to support him while he was doing his first live training. And I told him, say this and do this. And one thing we kept on saying is, you have been brainwashed. As a Christian, as a man, this world has brainwashed you. But now you're an adult. You get to choose what brainwashing you want. And this weekend, we're committed to brainwashing you.
Yeah.
You get to choose, does it serve you or not? Everything we listen to is brainwashing us.
Yeah,
Every TV show we watch is brainwashing us.
Absolutely.
Every music we choose what you're going to get brainwashed. Does it serve you to hit your unrealistic target?
Yeah.
If it doesn't, don't brainwash yourself with that.
Yeah.
But we're always getting brainwashed.
Yeah.
It's not right or wrong, good or bad. It's what we're choosing. It gives us certain results.
Yeah.
We're always getting results. This world, don't moralize this world. Don't make it morality or religious. Make it pragmatic. Make it work or not work. And if you don't have a target, that's when you watch people start moralizing things. And I had a friend of mine, his sister came visit, and he goes, she's super religious. I go, what are you talking about? Everything's this. And one day, she was just recently, she told me, she goes, hey, we're sharing our kids and introducing ourselves. She goes, yeah, we got 3 kids, and if God wants, we'll have 4. I go, tell me this. No, I've been in pastoral, I have theological training, have 4 kids. I'm 55 years old. You're 30. You know something I don't know. Because if God's going to tell you to have 4 child, how does that work? I was being a smart ass, obviously, right? Then I told her, listen, you already know God's will. She goes, if it's God's will, we'll have a 4th child. I go, you already know God's will. She goes, I do. He says, be fruitful and multiply. So you should have 100 kids. See how sarcastic I am? And she goes, what? I said, it's not right or wrong.
Yeah.
This freedom thing is called freedom. Freedom in Christ is a choice. We just don't want to take responsibility. Take responsibility. It's not right or wrong to have 3 or 4. Because if it's right or wrong, I have a friend right now has 10 kids. Holy shit. I missed the mark. I better get another wife because she'll die if we have another kid. I better marry another one. There's no right or wrong. Take full responsibility.
Yeah.
Take full responsibility and choose. When you do that, life is exciting. Life is exciting. So, talking about brainwashing, lying, you better tell me because there's a lot we're being lied to. What are you talking about with the lie? What lie? Power, money, sex, women? What are you talking about?
I mean, it's all there. But you coach high level men.
Yep.
Right. We've talked about that. Entrepreneurs, executives, faith driven leaders. What's a common thread you see in the lies that they believe?
Oh, that's a great question. So, coaching high level people, the biggest lie I see they believe in is that they're there. They're there. See, to get high level, they had to make certain choices. And again, I said earlier, their back was mostly against the wall. They were younger, more ambitious, trying to create a name for themselves, a reputation. But then they get there. And guess what? Boring. But that assistant looks kind of cute. That guy's car is nicer than mine. Then comparison kicks in. And the lie is that they arrived. They have arrived. Listen, fundamental and theologically, here's how fucked up they are. Anybody thinks you have arrived and you're a Christian. This is how screwed up the devil has tweaked our brain, lied to us, and stole everything.
Mm.
Listen, there's no way you could arrive. Moses could not look at the face of God because he is God. He's perfect. Or he would what? Die. We cannot be in front of perfection, which is God, until we are what? Perfect. And the only time we're perfect is when we're in front of the Savior who is perfect. That's called when he comes back. So none of us are perfect. How the hell can we ever arrive? We have a job on this earth to be a contribution to the body of Christ. We have spiritual gifts to apply. How do we ever arrive? We got lazy. We got comfortable. There's a battle. There's a next generation that we have to disciple and the legacy we're leaving. We don't arrive. I don't care how much money you have. And that's the other thing. They think the lie is, I arrived, I have X amount of money. Money means shit. You're going to die with it. My cousin, who died at 43, his dad told me he signed, his girlfriend came to the funeral, and he signed off his son's card to her. He goes, it's not going to do him any good. He's dead. There's not $1 that's going to do any of us any good once we're dead. But you know what translates? For eternity, relationships, salvations. That's our job. Every employee we have opportunity. Be salt and light. No religious jargon. No freaking, I'm not after them to save them because I'm a savior. No, that's stupid. But is your life on fire? Are you burning with purpose and passion that they said, damn, I want to be like my boss? Damn, what's he doing that I'm not doing? Why is he never tired on Monday and his weekend's packed? Because he's being a contribution to this world. The lie is we arrive. Yeah, we arrive. We climb a mountain. You arrive at a plateau and you rest. Enjoy the view. Let your body acclimate to oxygen. Then climb again. That mountain doesn't end. And the journey climbing
summit.
up.
Summit.
That's a great word.
False summit.
It's a false summit.
Yep.
Oh, I hate those. You know my favorite fishing hole and all that. I take on Father's Day and all that.
Yeah.
Damn, there's that one false summit that pisses me off. And it hits me every time. Because when we come back up, right? I'm like, oh, we're almost there. Son of a bitch, it's the lie. Yeah. It's a false. Oh, my God. And you just remind me. That's a great way to place it.
Yeah,
it's a false summit. Yeah. That's the lie we believe. There's no end. And if it was, we have a sucky God. Ugh. If I could arrive in my little short human life and enjoy the whole purpose of existence on earth, I arrive, then God sucks. I'm believing a wrong God. I believe a wrong God. He's not abundant.
Oh, we're playing a small game.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You talk about that.
We play a small game. God's not small.
Yeah, no.
But just think about it. If we think we arrived, we just make God so small. That's all he has to offer?
Nope.
What the Christmas, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
This blows me out of the water. That's a great question.
I got another one for you. So talk to me about emotional cost for success.
Ooh.
You know, what is that? I mean, it plays along the lines of the dangerous man is a bored man, right?
Yeah.
But what is the emotional cost? Yes, your family. Yes, it could be financially. Yes, but to you, what is the emotional cost there?
Well, let's first of all back up and tell you there is really no emotional cost. See, once you already have that frame, you don't want to lose. I don't want to pay for it. For success, I don't want emotional costs. There's emotional maturation and maturity. First of all, most men don't know their emotions. You know that. You've been in my training. It's like we get them say their feelings, right? It's like, I have to do. I go, bro, I said your feelings. What do you feel in this moment? Well, I have to do this. No. Are you mad, sad, angry? They look like deer. We have never been given permission. We have been emasculated to feel. Today, I got a new pickleball paddle. I'm going to crush this weekend's tournament. And it's crazy. I can't believe it. It's never been in my hand before. But it has a sky blue color. And, you know, I'm a shit talker. So nobody in the pickleball community talks shit. They're all so bored. But when they play me, everybody starts talking shit because I talk shit, right? This guy goes, wait, come up. So we all come up to the front of the net. And he goes, that's a really interesting paddle. I was like, oh, yeah. I got all excited telling him about it. He goes, no, the color. Because I think I read some statistics, 80% of women use that paddle. And he was trying to get in my head. And I go, oh, you want to talk some shit? Let's go, baby. And we just had so much fun.
Yeah.
Because most men don't know their emotions. I'm mad right now. I'm sad right now.
Yeah.
That emotional maturation, maturity right?
Yeah.
It takes us to know that we have feminine energy and masculine energy.
Yeah.
But I don't want to let you know I have feminine energy because I've been taught in masculine as a man. If I tell you I have feminine energy, then I'm gay.
Yeah.
Look at the two extremes.
Yeah.
I can only be gay or I can be a man.
Mm-hmm.
But how can I be a whole man if I don't have feminine energy? You have feminine and masculine energy. So we're not taught. You know, that guy's joked to me, 80% women, because he comes to that world, either you're a man or not. You know what he was trying to say to me, right? Ask who won the game, though. Come on, baby. I kicked his ass. We had so much fun. But the point is, there's no emotional cost to be successful. There's an emotional journey of maturation, maturing. And that's what makes you successful.
Yeah.
Because listen, if you don't know your emotion, I don't know my emotions, how can I empathize with you?
Mm-hmm. Can't.
As my brother in Christ, as an employee, as my son, as my daughter, as my friend, as anybody I'm serving in the community, if I don't know my emotions, I'm not serving you.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know how to love myself, I'm not loving you. It's pseudo. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's religious. It's plastic. It's disgusting. But if I know I can be sad, I know I can be mad, I'm disappointed, I'm feeling frustrated, then all of a sudden I see that on your face. I can connect. I can pause. I don't have to fix you.
Right.
I can sit in it with you and share that emotion and know how much it hurts.
Yeah.
Look at that maturation.
Yeah.
There's no cost for success. That's a process of maturation. And more emotions you know, the more successful you'll be. Because why? Success, any smart businessman tell you, has nothing to do with systems, which is very important. Has nothing to do with all this other stuff that make us successful. The most successful people have relationships. Relationships. But you can't have relationships if you're not even aware of your own emotions.
What would you say? Because I know there's men out there that are struggling with this. Because I was one of them, right? So what would you say to those men right now that are struggling with sharing their emotions?
First thing I'd say is this. First of all, text me, message me. We have enough. We're going to do training next week. You know me. I'm crazy. We'll do it right away. You give me 10 men in a room, and I'm going to teach you one word, and all your emotions will come out. And I'm giving away secret in my training. So if you're watching, this training will change your life. I'll give you videos of the testimony training. You'll see. But here's one exercise. Ready? I get them in a circle. So we have like 5 guys in the middle, 5 guys on the outside, and you just rotate the guys in the middle only, not the guys outside. And all they do, I'm going to have music, lights down enough to see their eyes. I have some real loud music on, and they're going to say one thing to each other. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! And the guys on the outside are just receiving it.
Yeah.
And the guys on the insides are losing their brain. And here's what I'm doing. But what you don't understand behind the training is we store all these emotions in our body. And it shows it manifests. I had a heart attack. A year later, I had a stroke because I was lying. Planting a church, bought a new house, started a new business, new coaching business.
Pseudo.
And I was just so plastic. I was so fake. And I was storing emotions in when my wife pissed me off, storing annoyance of my kids. A client that, you know what? When a client left me in the past, I felt abandonment because I gave him my all. But I didn't know how to use that word. I didn't know how that feeling. So I'd store it all, give myself a heart attack. Then after a year later, started doing marathons and stuff, Ironman, then had a stroke. Because I wasn't done. I was still learning how to be fake. That one exercise saying, fuck you, fuck you. I started off saying, you were this age in elementary. They said this and this about it. It's just generic stuff.
Yeah.
And so all those things they store, they just get to say fuck you to as an adult man with power, not a kid. That I took him through junior high and the stereotypes and the things people say there. That I take you through high school. That I take you through college. And the girls who hurt your feelings and broke up with you and all. And the guys who betrayed you in life. Then I take them to the first job. And I take them that whole season. Listen. We could do usually 45 minutes to an hour on the exercise. By the time everybody's done, you think they'd be exhausted. They feel more alive. They literally say they feel like they're flying. Because all that thing. But, you know, that's why I said I used to have a stereotype, and I still have a little stigma. I need more Christians to prove me wrong. But when I got Christians and they're afraid to say it. You're not cussing at anybody. You're cussing at your lies. And in fact, in that first 3-day training, I got a guy, I'm sending him a video. I told him the first 3 days of the training, first 2 days, I cuss like a sailor. I'm all up in their grill. And the 3rd day, people all of a sudden notice the shift. How come he's not cussing at us anymore? And I had a client ask me one time, Coach, how come you're not cussing at me? I go, because you stopped cussing at yourself. I was just your mirror the first 2 days. See, I'm not cussing at people. I'm cussing at their lies. I don't attack the person. I attack the issue.
Yeah.
If I don't attack the issue, they don't see how significant it is, and that issue is killing them. It's taking them down.
Yeah.
But that's cool, too. If you don't like the cussing, good.
Yeah.
Don't come. Just keep on eating it. And it shows up, manifests in your body. It might manifest like getting fat and stuff, but it's also going to manifest in a heart attack, manifest in mental health. It's going to manifest in not working, not being workable.
Yeah.
Things don't work in your life.
Right.
Because we don't know how to say I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm lonely. Men don't know how to say I'm lonely. So, hey, you want to go grab beer? That's how we say we're lonely.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm lonely. Lord, will you just come sit with me? Holy Spirit, will you just minister to me? I'm scared right now. I got bills to pay. I got employees to pay, and I'm not making it.
Yeah, that quote from Viktor Frankl, he calls it the existential vacuum. Yeah, that feeling of meaningless, even when everything looks great on paper, right? What does that look like today in men's lives?
Oh, my gosh. So let me put it in context. Again, I'm not saying it's wrong.
Right.
I'm saying it just doesn't work to the fullest. I'm at a Christian business conference. This organization done great helping these guys be successful in business.
Yeah.
But that's one of the 5 domains I teach, right? Everybody look great. Holy shit. Hey, brother. Hey, sister. Hey, crew. I'm like mother, daughter. This group of guys asked me, hey, they have chapters, and all, and they say, hey, you want to come hang out with it, get to know us and this, that, and, see if you want to be in our chapter. I'm like, oh, yeah. I get there. The chapter chair goes, hey, I got open tab. You want to get your... I like you already. It had open tab. I just learned this new drink called coffee martini. Dude, espresso martini.
Change your life, right?
Espresso martini. Do not get it. Do not drink it. Holy crap. I'm down to 3. I'm like, this is the best thing in the world. Everybody's my best friend. But there, everybody looks good. And, it's expensive to be there. You're part of a group that you're paying monthly dues to. So everybody's at a certain financial status.
Yeah.
But then guess what it does? Because you're at that financial status, you're only talking about that financial status. You're not talking about all the other thing that's not working. So that's what the existential disconnect looks like. Out here on paper, I look good. I own a business. I have a lot of money. I'm at one of the most elite conferences. We're paying good money to be there. You can't be there if you don't have money. So what do you want to talk about? Your money. And you're not talking. I had 3 deep conversations at a table like this, these guys. One just breaks down and starts crying. Because I don't give a shit about their money. Bro, I had more money they could ever shake a stick at. I owned a whorehouse. I had more women they could ever shake a stick at. I had more money from cocaine, and I had more men. I tell a man before, when we were talking about power and control, they're dead. That's how much power I had. I had little brothers following me around. They wanted to kill someone for me because they did. I owe them something. That's power. And we focus on the wrong thing. You want to know what real power is? When we are weak, God is strong.
Yes.
And we don't talk about that. We don't talk about our weakness. Man, one of the most powerful mentor I had in my life was Eminem, the rapper. In his movie, what was that, 8 Miles?
8 Mile.
Damn, it was so good. I didn't even understand. I was so young at the time. I had to watch it again. The last scene, he goes in this rap battle. He's a white kid in Detroit, all these black people making fun of his mom with the whole trash. And he realized the power and the secret life. What it is? Vulnerability. He grabs the mic first. And the other rapper thought he was going to take him down, cuss at him and stuff. Because that's what you do in rap battles. No, he goes, my mama's a whore. I'm a bastard. I don't know my dad. I'm a white guy in a black man's world. He's just rapping all this stuff. Like he was taking himself down. He's being vulnerable, transparent, talking about his weakness. He gave the guy the mic, dropped it in front of him. What else are you going to say about me that I don't accept about myself already?
Powerful.
He walked off and he won. See, that's not a Christian movie. Shit, most powerful Christian movie I ever saw. Holy crap. Yeah. And that's what it is. When we posture ourselves, keep talk, and look a certain way, man, those guys, that's why I don't like going to conferences.
Yeah.
It's already framed that way. It's not Christian, not Christian. It's already framed that way.
Mm-hmm.
It's so inauthentic. It's plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I like going to a place where we get to say, shit, today was a hard day.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? Today, there was like 5 women in pickleball. I couldn't get my eyes off their butt. They're so curvature and beautiful. And not feel judged by it.
Mm-hmm.
Not feel like I'm dirty, I'm bad, and Jesus is not going to love me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a real human being. And I was telling one of my clients, I literally do this because women dress too inappropriate, especially at pickleball.
Mm-hmm.
They have these tights on playing pickleball. I'm like, first of all, and a couple of my note that are Christians, I told my sisters, I said, hey, that's inappropriate. You need to put some over that butt. You know what I mean? Because I'm a butt man. But I say 2 things literally. If I see a nice butt, do I say, that's a nice butt? I wonder if that's natural or does she work out? Then I make myself laugh, right? Because serious, not all women have a nice butt.
Yeah.
Some work out, other ones natural. Then one time I go, it's probably fake. She got those butt injections or pumps or whatever, right? I make myself laugh. Now it's time to play pickleball. I don't shame myself for that. I acknowledge it, but it doesn't have power over me, and I move on. See, men who only peacock and talk about their status, they can't laugh at it like I do. They look and they feel guilty. There's a reason we look as men. That's a whole nother topic. It's not shameful or bad, but either we let it own us or we own it. But once we hide things and we don't talk about our weakness, it owns us. Anything we hide.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the darkness, it owns us, controls us. So let me give you a cool, I'm sitting here in front of you.
Yeah.
You're one of my best friends in the world. You're actually my son that I adopted.
Yeah.
So they don't know, but I have like 4 white sons that compete to be the best white son. So that's it. You tell the other ones, they know who they are.
Hey, you guys know.
But now I forgot what I was going to say because I started laughing about that. But you can't peacock. The power is in your vulnerability and sharing your weakness.
Yeah.
So he can have the strength.
Yeah.
When I'm weak, he is strong. So I can ask for that power. I can invite it into me. You know.
He's close to the lowly. He's close to the brokenhearted, the ones that are busted up.
Yeah.
You know?
And it doesn't come in the form of someone poor and homeless.
Right.
I think it's mainly in the middle class. You watch. When I lived in Southern California, I just moved there about 4 years ago. For 25 years, the most poorest people dress the nicest. Holy crap! I just went back and saw my son celebrate my son's 25th birthday. I said, Pete's coffee. Me and my wife having coffee, and I love Pete's, my favorite. And these guys would come in. I'm sure they're like Uber driver or Grab Go driver, whatever. He goes, no, they can't be. He's dressed better than me. This kid looks like fucking dripping top down. I mean, like, wow. Like, I want to go get a job from this guy. Then I got up. I'm not kidding you. I got up. I looked where he was standing. I looked at the bar. I could have swore where I registered, it says pickup order right here, right?
Yeah.
And where he was, I finally found a little sign. They know it because that's their thing. It said pickup drivers, Uber's, not a little sign right there. That's where they pick up their stuff. But order pickups over here, like regular people, right? Everyone who came in to pick up coffee, you go deliver it, look like they owned a business. I guess they're going to fake it till they make it. But that's inauthenticity.
Yeah.
It's not going to get them where they need to go.
Right. God. Dude, so much already, but I want to get tactical. I want to get into the mindset.
Let's do it.
The Mafia mindset, right? So, yeah. You say it starts with declaring an unrealistic target.
Yep.
Why that word?
Okay. So unrealistic means I don't believe I can have it. My self-worth is misaligned with God's identity in me. Listen, his son died for my sins. Now just think about that real quick. I don't care your theological belief. That's just a screwed up saying. That someone had to die for your mistakes. So it's easy for me to understand.
Right.
I went to prison, brother.
Right.
I'm standing for the judge. I know I've effed up. You know what I mean? I know I made mistakes. And this guy stands in the audience. Excuse me, sir. You just sentenced him 66 years to life. That was me. And this guy goes, I will go to jail, prison for him 66 years to life. Let him live a free life. I'm like, what the mother? This kid, hey, I think guy has a mental health problem. Let him do it. I'm running. I'm out of here. Right? Let's switch places. Jesus Christ died for me to live a life and life abundance. Okay?
Wow.
But when I say I can't have an unrealistic target, I'm saying I'm not worthy of that exchange. I'm not worthy of the kingdom power. Holy crap. Think about that.
Yeah.
So if it's unrealistic, that means I can't do it. Who has to do it?
God.
God has to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because right now, my marriage doesn't look like it's going to last.
Right.
Right now, my business doesn't look like it's going to last. I lost the fire. I lost the zeal. I lost the competition. I made it. I got so much money. My relationship with my parents, I don't think it's going to work out. I have so much history with them. My siblings. There's not even purpose anymore, damn it. No one plays golf better than me. I can't even get good competition.
That's me right now.
So that's because you kick my ass. But the point is, unless you have unrealistic target, you stay in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Unrealistic target helps you go into this gap that you've never been. Live a day you never lived before. And in that gap, in this gap right here is God. God is in the gap. And that's why we don't experience God, because we don't go in that gap. And that's why you need unrealistic target. You know what realistic target is? Right here. Right where I'm at. Right in my circumstance. It's realistic because I'm living it.
Yeah.
Unrealistic, I haven't lived it yet. To have a marriage to the next level. To have a business that provides more for my community. Again, being a contribution. Hires more people so I can bless them.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That is unrealistic and worth living.
Dude, I think about it all the time, like how infatuated we are with the 3D world we live in. And you've heard me say this before, but and now they've got like 4D movies, right? Where the wind is blowing on you and your seat shakes and all this, and everybody's like, those movie theaters are the best, and da-da-da.
Yeah.
But what does $1 million look like?
Right?
Because that's where God is.
Well, $1 million is being able to walk through this wall.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Transcending.
Right?
Beyond what we could imagine.
Our
Think
limitation.
of. Yeah.
That's why Matrix was another great Christian movie.
Yeah. I love it.
So the second point, first, you have to have unrealistic target. Now, the second part's the longest part of the journey. In my coaching prep, first 6 months, we only do 6 months at first because I got to make sure I like you and you like me, and we're going to do this. After that, we go into a year contract. But the first 6 months, first month is just getting your mindset stuck out of the past, seeing all the roadblocks and barriers, and getting it, declaring unrealistic target. Then the next 5 months, you're literally doing this. Ready? Phase 2, honoring your word. Holy crap.
Yeah.
It takes that long.
Yeah.
It takes that long because we have been habitually liars. We have been habitually lying to ourselves. I'm going to go work out. 5 days in a row, you didn't work out. You disintegrate, you deteriorate your own self-worth and confidence. Because if you can't get your lazy ass out to work out, how can you do anything else? I'm going on this diet. Liar. We lie to ourselves habitually. We're out of integrity with our word. And to realign that, first we got to expose it and let it hurt us. And we do a deep dive in every domain, faith, fitness, family, finance. Every area we've lied, because that's the area the devil has a foothold. That's the area we have surrendered to someone else having real estate in our brain.
And that's the power.
That's the power. Just take it back. Take it back. Keeping your word builds that confidence, self-trust, believability. And let me get really crazy. If someone's listening to that, it's a religious Christian, they're going to hang up right now. They're going to never talk to you again. So I'm sorry you lost some audience. Here it is. When we honor our word, we are finally aligning ourselves with God's power. He's not answering our prayers. He's already answered our prayers. He's already answered our prayers. When people pray their marriage to get better, for their work, it's already answered. You have to suffer, persevere, character, and celebrate the rewards and have hope. Because you're just relying yourself with God's way, His energy, His laws.
Well, it's a process.
Yeah.
And we try and operate things on our own time. I'm guilty, right?
Yeah.
Like I want it now.
Yep.
I want to get to that level now. And it's the process of suffering. It's the process of going through that, dealing with that, healing from that.
Yep.
And then going to the next step.
Yep.
Not backwards. So you got 3 pillars.
Yep.
Right? So talk to me. There's one is declare.
Declare unrealistic target.
Yeah.
2, honor your word, which is the longest. It's a journey, brother. And third one, which makes you a legend. Third one, you hit your target consistently. Not once. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. Right? Think about it. If a broken clock can be right twice a day, AM and PM, right? Wherever it's broken at, it's going to be right.
Yeah.
We can make mistakes, actually hit our target once, maybe twice. Yeah. But to hit it consistently, look at the character you have. Now look at the trust people have in you. Look at how you have made legacy. Now its third phase is for you to raise up other leaders. Because you know what works and how it works. It's called discipleship.
Yeah.
We just call it mentoring. We have lost the art. There's a church here. I applied to do some volunteer. They said, what do you want to do? I said, I want to train your men to do this lost art called discipleship. When I put in quotes, or you call it mentoring. Because we have kind of watered it down, But that's a lost art. And that's when you live legacy, and that's where you live with purpose. That last phase.
Yeah, you talked about it just a little while ago, but you're not taking anything with you. You're the only thing you're leaving behind is your relationships, but you're also leaving your legacy.
Yep.
And that's the goal, right?
Yeah.
That's the focus.
There's a Christian song, it makes me want to vomit. It's so religious. It says, I don't want the world, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be I just want to I don't want to leave a legacy. I just want to love Jesus. I was like, dear Lord, if you're going to love Jesus, it's natural you have to leave a legacy because that's his will.
Well, it's ultimately his legacy.
Yes.
That's
why it's his will.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I am so grateful for that guy who went into the courtroom, took over my 66 years to life sentence I didn't get, I got to live free. Don't you think I'd go tell everybody in the world?
Oh, yeah.
It becomes his legacy. But in part of telling everybody, well, guess what? I'm more grateful every time I tell it.
Yeah.
Because I should be in there. And you know what happened to men in prison, especially when they're Asian, 110 pounds long hair in a ponytail, who looks like a girl? Man, it's not good news. It is not. So, yes, we have to leave a legacy. If you're not leaving a legacy, I really question, do you know your Savior?
I would, and that's a question that I would ask you is, what do you think it is that has gotten us so comfortable as Christians?
Oh, don't even make me start.
I want you to go there. Yeah.
I'll make it very simple. Here's what makes us so comfortable as Christians. Inauthenticity. We lower the standard down here. Do you know what win-win is? Everybody talks about win-win. So I have a business principle, okay? Either you're having a transaction or you're having a partnership. A transaction is, you have an iPad right there, right? I give you the iPad, you give me money. Done. Transaction. It's just like prostitution. I give you money, you give me a service. You know what a partnership is? Win-win. What's your vision? What's my vision? And how can we support each other to have our visions, right? So here, everybody wants to play this win-win game. Here it is, win-win, right? Uriah wins, Sebastian wins. I'll be circle, you be flat. Uriah, Sebastian, right? You have win-win. Uriah wins, I lose. Sebastian wins, Uriah lose. Sebastian lose, Uriah lose, Sebastian loses, right? To have win-win, ready? You have to have lose-lose. See, you know what win-win looks like in the Christian church right now, in the Christian community? Inauthenticity. Because to have win-win, we both have to be authentically ourselves and be willing to offend each other. But we wouldn't offend each other. You know how to win-win. You know why? I respect your difference. I respect you're on a journey different from mine. How can I lift you up in that journey closer to God? I respect you, Sebastian. You're in a different place. But we try to make everybody inauthentic and religious and plastic. A looking certain way. Oh, did you pray before we eat? You know what's funny? I do this because I was a missionary for years, And when you go other countries, you don't close your eyes when you pray because then they know you're praying. This was 25 years ago, 30 years ago when Don and I first got together. I'm in Vietnam. They lock up Christians.
Mm-hmm.
I was preaching. Someone's holding a latch on the door in case the cops came to open the latch, throw me in, car in back way, take me out. I could have got arrested. So when you pray, you don't pray with your eyes closed and bow your head like America. Yeah, you open your eyes and you're just having a conversation. Someone's talking, so the cops don't see that you're a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
But here in America, close your eyes, bow your head.
Mm-hmm.
Did you pray before you eat?
Mm-hmm.
It's all religious. It's inauthentic. So here you go. Ready? To have win-win, I have to be willing to have lose-lose.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, I'm going to be the most authentic version of myself so that you can be the most authentic version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have win-win.
That's beautiful.
You can't have win-win until you're ready to lose each other.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can lose each other is I give you a reason to reject me. Then I've given you a reason to accept me. I've given you a reason to reject me. I'm authentically me.
Mm-hmm.
Christians aren't supposed to cuss. This one does. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep.
Until I'm willing to come down here and lose, we can't have win-win together.
Right.
Is that crazy?
So good.
So that's the one problem is inauthenticity. And here's the craziest thing. We're all created uniquely and wonderfully created.
Mm-hmm.
When I first read Psalms 139, I read it like 100 times. I was like, this is bullshit. Because in the Mafia, we don't let you be individualistic.
Right.
You have to conform. I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
You have to light the incense, drink the drink, everything we do. You have to, or you are not in the circle.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
We just do it in a proper and polite way, bullshit way.
Mm-hmm.
And the Bible says we're uniquely and wonderfully created. The more unique I am, the more glory he gets. More unique you are, more glory he gets. More unique both of are. Man, God gives you that freedom, guys. You're all that different.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you want to join him?
Mm-hmm.
That's why the church has emasculated men up until now.
Mm-hmm.
Don't drink, don't smoke, don't cuss. That's why we have no male leadership left. Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the world is where we're at. Hard times create strong men. Good times create weak men. We have some weak men these days.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me about your 5-day challenge.
I love it. 5-day challenge is just a big, giant spotlight. It's not a feel good. Most 5 days, oh, I feel good. Hell no, I'm going to kick you in the balls. My 5-day challenge, shine bright spotlight on the word integrity and where you are out of it in your life. I want you to feel miserable when you're done. I want you to feel like you haven't lived the life that was worthy of the death of Jesus. You're not living life to abundance. I want you to see there's more. I want to wake your ass up because I want to run with you. I want to get excited. I want us to do crazy ass things for the kingdom of God together. So the 5-day challenge is just, it's not a feel good. It's a big spotlight. And it's a line in the sand, drawing a line of demarcation. Do I stay bored and dead, or do I cross the line? My body comes alive, feel my emotions, and become alive. And have an unrealistic target. That's it, 5 days. Unrealistic target. Because all I'm doing is using a filter system to see who I want to be my client or not.
Yeah.
Because if they don't want an unrealistic target, they're still chasing money. I don't want people chasing profit because their identity is still as successful or wealthy or significant as my checking account. I'm done playing that game. I want to see people who chasing purpose. I'm not couch surfing anymore. I'm doing good, but I'm bored as shit. I've plateaued. I've arrived. But I know this is not arrival. It's an existential crisis they're having.
Yeah.
I know there's more.
Yeah.
This $500 shirt doesn't do anything for me anymore.
Right.
$1,000 underwears don't feel silky anymore, right? I have a bigger purpose to be a contribution to this world. Start making disciples. That's what the 5-day challenge is. So it filtered out for me because I want to run with these men.
Yeah. Yeah. So you would say, I mean, obviously it's for men, and it's for men that's not chasing profit, but they're chasing purpose.
Yep.
That's good. Can you share a story of someone who did the challenge and what changed?
I just mentioned him earlier. First in my head because I just talked to him before coming here. But first guy pops my name's Danny, Dr. Danny. He's a dentist. 7 years ago I met him. Just opened his practice. A couple years. just started his family, kids. He is chasing profits like crazy. Of course, he has to. He's paying off his practice. He's paying off his staff. He's paying off his wife, cars, his kids, education, house. Dude was drowning. He is hating his life. Now, he's got to a place, his practice running, he has an associate running it. He got some money coming in. His wife's not working. Kids are older age. And all he talks to me now is because he got to me through the training. How do I do the training? So I taught him how to be a coach. He started his own coaching business in the dental community. He just went to a client site first time. I taught him how go from coaching 1-on-1, go to the site, do evaluation. He just did that. He updated me. We're celebrating all this good stuff. But then we're doing this men's training. He just did one. See, purpose now, again, is not power to control people. It's power to what? Serve people. And that's what he wants to use his resources, his time, his treasure, his talent to serve others.
That's good.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's real good. So key message. If you could just land the plane, hard landing, right? What would you leave people with for the key message of why you do what you do?
The key message of why I do what I do is this: wake people the fuck up. We get one life. But not only was I in prison multiple times, never been raped. Let me repeat that. Never been raped. Proud of that. Because it is hell in there.
Yeah.
I was almost raped several times. If I didn't have money to buy bodyguards, I would have been raped.
Yeah.
I was a skinny 110 pounds, long hair. I would have been raped. I've been in prison. I've been in so many situations, had a heart attack, then a stroke. I rolled my car, fell asleep driving. I'm not promised tomorrow. I have this one life. There's an urgency that burns in me out of gratitude and regret. Regret that I abused everything God gave me. But there's a gratitude that burns even greater. And when I woke up, man, I don't even need an alarm clock. Just when I woke up before my alarm clock again. Because I got such a great day ahead of me. I'm so excited. I was kind of pissed. I was like, dude, another 5 minutes would have been nicer. But I woke up from my alarm clock. I laugh. I have this joke. I start laughing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I got up, touched my legs. Yep. Guess what? I'm going to go pee. And I have this game. I get to go pee, right? I have this gratitude. Yeah. So I want to wake up people to enjoy the little things in life, even where they pee. Listen, in prison, you don't have, especially when you're a mass population, there's only a certain amount of toilet. And the guy who runs the whole show, he's a lifer. Like, he's not going where he's dying in there. So he has nothing to lose. He's running the joint. If you go poop or pee without your turn or his permission, man, 5 guys are all over you. You know what I'm saying? I get to choose, go my own bathroom, pee at my timing. Go poop whenever I want, right?
No PTSD.
No pee, not at all. But here's the point. If I get to why do I do, it's to awaken others. By God's grace, I'm 55, made my profit. Now I get to live out my purpose. I don't need to control others. I need to serve others. And I want to wake them up because I can't serve them until they see how yucky they've been over here. Now, this is season. You have to go through it.
Yeah.
But sometimes they get in this middle board season. They're not even making profits anymore. They're not living out their purpose. They're just in the middle right here, wilting away and dying. So I want to shine the spotlight, shake them, wake their ass up, yell at them, cuss at them. Any kind of pattern interruption needed for them just to wake up. So I got this one life. How do I live it to the fullest? That's it.
Yeah.
And that gives me life. Walking with men doing that.
That's so good. And if people want to reach out to you or they want to be a part of this challenge or they're tired of playing small and they want to play a real big game.
Yep.
How do they get in contact with
2
you?
options. We're going to put something down somewhere because I don't know where we're going to put all this, but it'll be some way contact us, right? Email, join the challenge. 2 things can happen. Some of them are like, hey, I'm awake. I just been waiting for someone to lead me, to mentor me, to disciple me. I'm fucking ready. Let's go. The guy that I called this morning, he said, let's go. Done. There's going to be a link for you to just sign up right instantly. No bullshit. I show you the pricing, all that. No bullshit. There's others going to say, I need a 5-day challenge. I'm kind of there, but I got one foot stuck in quicksand. It's been a while since I've moved. Do the 5-day challenge. but nobody will call me to get the ear tickled. When you book a call, you're going to get an ass kicking. Out of love, but boy, I'm kicking between the legs so hard. You're going to feel it right here in your throat. It's going to go all the way up right here.
Sebastian, dude, thank you so much, man. I just respect you so much. I'm so grateful that you're in my life.
Yep.
Thank you for sharing everything that you did today. And dude, I just can't wait to live life with you and just keep.
We're going to keep on living life. We
that's
are
it.
living life together. We
That's
keep
it.
on. Thank you for inviting me to this new, beautiful studio.
Yeah.
And you know, you're smart. You're a smart businessman. I can't help but tell everybody about it. They're going to say, where did you shoot that? I get it. Tell everybody about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me here. Thank you for using your gifts to help further my kingdom, that partnership. I build you, you build me. That partnership for us building kingdom together.
Absolutely, brother.
Love you,
Thank
brother.
you. Love you too.
See ya.
See ya.